Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode number 145. Because actually, last week's episode was number 144. But you know me, I don't keep track, so messed that up. So
it's in the title.
Yeah. So it's a good thing we have titles because then they help they help dig you out of a hole. So you don't want to be stuck in a hole the rest of your life. So unless your name is Chris Dodd, then you want to be stuck in a hole. Speaking of that, let's meet the co-host, the guy that wants to be stuck in a hole the rest of his life.
The man who wants to be stuck in the hole for the rest of his life. Your Wrestling Rundown heavyweight champion.
Not for long.
The universe.
Not for long.
Yes, for long. Also, too, be defending his title against the other co-host of the show who already introduced himself. Yeah. Because, like usual, we always end up facing each other anyways. Chris.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. NXT TakeOver Blackout New York, whatever it's going to be called. You're going to face everybody. Everyone's just going to send their predictions in to me. And you're going to face everybody on those shows. You basically have no chance of retaining.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. And if
I've basically been facing you, and that's it. Besides Noah, but like other than Noah, it's been you for the past like 13 pay-per-views.
And if you retain, you get a piece of candy too. Yeah, just a piece.
Is it good candy though?
I didn't say that. I just said it's a piece of candy. So, and just a piece, not the whole thing, just a piece.
Is it a full piece of candy? Like, is it?
Yeah, full piece of candy.
Or is it like a half a piece of candy?
Nope, full pice of candy.
Ooh, but you're treating me real good.
Yeah, but not all the candy, just a piece of it though. So
if it's like a Tootsie Roll, it's not half the Tootsie Roll; it's the entire Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, but like you can only have that one Tootsie Roll though. You can't have the whole box. So.
But what if I want the whole thing?
Well, you can't have it. I said it. You have to retain at WrestleMania to get the whole thing. But at TakeOver, you get a piece of it. Yeah. Really isn't.
It's going to be open box. I'm going to have one.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to win. So I'm going to have one.
You're not winning now. You're not even going to get past me at Fastlane. Don't even try that, okay? So.
I could just pick the same picks as you.
Well, you don't know what they are.
You're the asshole champion.
You don't know what they are. Because you're going first. I almost said I'm going first, but we don't want that. Someone already made that. Somebody already made that.
Will that be done?
Yeah, somebody already made that mistake once. Then we don't need that mistake.
Never comes on the show.
Yeah.
Ever.
He did. I even tried to get it. I even mentioned him in the chat too, and he's just like no response, nothing. He was on Facebook too.
It's either a quick into the show or it's an ignore.
Yep. Like
what a member of.
By the way, if a certain someone gets mad we did the show without him, we gave you 5 minutes and you blew it. So
even more, we gave you even more time.
Yeah, like
now.
Yeah, so you can't be on the show. You missed a chance. No, if you want to come on though, you can come on because you didn't miss your chance. So let's talk about So yeah, let's just talk about this show. So we're doing the same thing we did for Elimination Chamber, where today we're gonna only review the main roster and give our predictions for Fastlane. And Monday, no matter where we are, might be on via Skype, might be in person. So you might actually get to see Chris's face for a change. Probably not though. He'll probably rip his face off. Because you never know. Chris's face could just magically vanish into thin air before tomorrow. So.
Or I could do like I normally do.
Yeah.
I can be outside.
Well, don't do that because then that'll look stupid. Because it'll look stupid if it's just the two of us there. So.
But I kind of want John to come over.
Well, he can't because he's working. So. Till 10. So. I think the show will be almost over by then. So. But you never know because these things like to go for 100 years. So, but anyhow,
years.
but Monday we're gonna review Fastlane and all the 205 Live, the NXT UKs, and regular NXT. Because apparently there's just something about NXT UK that's out of the ordinary. Because I always say regular NXT, so apparently NXT UK must be weird or something because it's not regular.
Be out of the ordinary.
Yeah. So, and then also in a separate video, me and Chris will review the MLW episodes 1 through 5. No other episodes are allowed, so don't you dare try to do 6.
I was watching some of that. I'm like halfway through 6.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about the stuff we're gonna talk about today. Chris, do you want to start us off with a Monday Night Raw review?
I would hate to, but okay.
Say when it happened and who's on commentary and everything. So.
Speaking of commentary, they might be removing Renee Young very soon from commentary. I just read that a little while ago.
I you know what the funny thing is too? I see it right here on NoDQ, but I can't read it obviously because it's rude because I'm on a call with you, so I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, they might be pulling her from commentary soon. It's a NoDQ article.
Yeah, let's read it. You know what? Let's see what's going on. So, is that all it says? Is that they might just be pulling her? They don't give like a reason why or anything?
It wasn't really given like a clear reason why.
Yeah.
They're considering. Now, Ringside News posted about it too, also.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I kind of like doing.
There have been discussions with WWE officials to take Renee Young off the commentary team. At this time, there's no more information other than that this is something WWE is discussing.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see.
Shitty.
Huh?
I think that's kind of shitty to take her off commentary.
Yeah. If it's because Dean Ambrose is leaving, then there's really no reason she should have to suffer because of it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless she's leaving too, because that could be very likely.
She could be, but I think she's locked up for a long time.
Well, then she could just be like, you know what? Nope, because no one can like stop someone from like leaving a company. Yeah, you could say it's breach of contract, but you still can leave. She'll just have to suffer the consequences. So.
Suffering.
All right, but yeah, take us through Monday Night Raw from this week.
Okay, so March 4th, 2019. Our commentary team is Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Renee Young. Same people as always. Might be changing soon, but who knows?
Well, yeah. It's not like she's going to be taken off commentary too, like anytime soon, right? It's probably going to be like,
It's probably be on discussion, so it's not. They've discussed it.
Can you imagine like it's like a 2-minute discussion? Like, okay, we're thinking about taking Renee on our commentary, and they're like, okay, let's talk about it, and then they just sit there in like silence, and they say, okay, we talked about it.
It's just that'd be actually the best.
Yeah.
All right. So the overarching story of Monday Night Raw is the Raw Women's Championship being laid down by Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
And Charlotte Flair expects to come to Raw and be handed the title.
Exactly.
And also the follow-up from Ric Flair's birthday bash.
Exactly.
Where Batista just beat the shit out of a smiling Ric Flair.
On his birthday.
Was
it actually his birthday, though, last Monday? Or did they just celebrate?
I think it was Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, because I thought...
Saturday or Sunday.
Because I saw something, like, online, like, it was, like, people wishing him a happy birthday, like, before that, so...
And, Roman Reigns wants to get the band back together.
I honestly thought that was the biggest storyline of the whole show. Even though the ending, like, left with a bang, I thought the Shield thing was the biggest storyline of the whole show.
So, basically, Raw kicks off with Roman Reigns this week. Very positive reaction again.
Especially, too, because it was
like last week, but there was more boos that were creeping in, but still overwhelming with cheers.
Especially, too, because this is Philadelphia where, he won the Royal Rumble where he was just, like, absolutely, like, booed out of the building, so.
Oh, yeah, that I was like, I even said that to myself. I was like, this is very strange.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the building he's notoriously been fucking booed out of the building at.
I was actually even thinking to myself, too, like, it would have been cool if he announced his his leukemia was in remission on this show instead of last week, because it would have been like very strange to hear like everybody that like hated him at the Royal Rumble 2015 was like loving him here. So
yeah, it would have been weird.
Because they wouldn't have.
It still was though, because he still got a huge pop.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna get like ever like booed heavily again. At least
I think
for like
it's more mixed, way more mixed than it's ever been.
Yeah. Even if he ever is gonna get booed heavily again, I don't expect it for like 6 to 9 months or so. Like until like this leukemia thing
Post-Mania.
Yeah.
Definitely post-Mania. I can see it going back to being like 50-50, I think. I don't think he's ever going to get like outrageously booed again like he was.
Exactly.
I think it's going to be more 50-50, but leaning a little bit towards booing.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically what the overarching story is here is that last week on Raw, as we covered on the Rundown last week, Reigns and Rollins came out to save Ambrose, hinting at a potential Shield reunion. So this week, Roman Reigns comes out, and he calls Seth Rollins down to the ring, and he wants to talk to Seth. Mm-hmm. But it's not about what he thinks. Seth thinks it's about the Universal Championship, but it's not. It's about getting the band back together one more time.
I was thinking it was going to be about the Universal Championship.
I honestly thought so too.
I mean, like they even made it seem like that way. Like he even said, like, only one person standing in my way, and that's Seth Rollins. And obviously, that's the only thing we thought. So,
but after deliberating, Rollins agrees to reform the Shield.
Yeah.
And basically, Roman was saying like, we don't have much time on this earth,
mm-hmm.
and still talking about like not talking about his leukemia, but like just basically mentioning that as humans on this earth, our time is precious.
Yeah, which a lot of people said that it doesn't make sense that like he wants to get the Shield back together because of what Ambrose did, but I feel like just him with this promo, I think, explained that. So
oh yeah, big time. So they bring out Ambrose, and Ambrose is deliberating. He's taking a sweet ass time getting down to the ring. He gets to the top of the stage when Elias comes out and whacks him with a guitar.
Yeah.
So for prolonging the potential Shield reunion, as they go up to the stage to console Ambrose basically just shoves them away and walks to the back very gingerly.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on it?
I like this opening segment. I even like the way they pull on like Ambrose's like answer with Elias, cracking him over the back, and obviously too like the Seth Rollins part of it was very good. Like Seth, like when the way like Seth was reacting, like how he didn't want to reform the Shield. So I thought this segment was awesome. And I like it was like the start of a long storyline, which I like that type of stuff on Monday Night Raws. So
yeah, I like when that happens. Yeah. I knew once like he got cracked in the back, and then Ambrose went to the back. I was like, something's happening like towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
But next, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush were interviewed. I don't remember what they even said.
Drew McIntyre talks about how like he killed the Shield back in October, and Baron Corbin, like they basically said like they're the most dominant force in the company and stuff. And they're gonna show that by taking out Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman. To which I was like, gonna see that match again.
I know this is what now, the second time.
Yeah, but it feels like we've seen like
in a different variation. This has probably been like the 10th time we've seen like them against Braun Strowman.
Yeah, and also too, it just feels like we've seen Finn Balor like face off with like Baron Corbin like a million times. We've seen Finn face Bobby Lashley a million times. We've seen Kurt Angle. It feels like we've seen Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin face off like a million times too, and Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman a million times, and Braun and Drew McIntyre a million times. It's just And we were supposed to get something new after we were promised fresh matchups. This is not a fresh matchup, so
this is quite an old matchup.
Yeah.
At least the Shield versus like that 3-man group is something new and something kind of intriguing. At least they brought some intrigue to it.
Yeah.
Just basically this match is just dominated by Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre.
Yeah.
Just to prove basically that they're the most dominant faction in WWE.
Yes.
And Leo Rush gets involved in the finish, and Baron, I forget, was it Finn Balor?
What was it? Yeah, Braun Strowman, Braun Strowman hit like his power slam, and Finn Balor hit his coup de grace on, I believe, Drew McIntyre, I think, or Bobby Lashley, I forget which one. And Leo Rush like pulled him out of the ring, so Strowman murdered Leo Rush and
I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
The way he fucking tackled Leo Rush and then fell on top of him afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought he was fucking squashed. I thought he was legitimately dead.
And then Bobby Lashley goes back into the ring and spears Finn Balor for the win. And then afterwards they all the heels beat the crap out of Kurt Angle and Finn Balor. They send Angle head first into the steps, and Lashley didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what the spot was going to set up.
That was funny.
Yeah. And then I believe I think McIntyre and Corbin double choke slam or double Uranagi really didn't look much like a choke slam. Finn Balor on the steps. Because they have to have that spot in there every time. They got to do something with those steps. So
I know that's
I'm surprised we haven't got a freaking stairs match at this point.
Probably will. At that point.
I mean,
to have that happen.
I didn't particularly like this segment because it's the same shit we see all the time, but I get why they did it because they're building Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley up for the Shield, but it's I don't know, it's just it's also not a good utilization of Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle. Finn Balor's the Intercontinental Champion. He's just freaking getting squashed. Kurt Angle doesn't feel like a legend at all. He feels like he's he feels
there. That's weird saying that about Kurt Angle. He just feels like he's just there.
Yeah. And Braun Strowman's all of his momentum has been squandered this past year. So
yeah,
it started with that Kevin Owens feud, and he hasn't been the same since.
It has not been the same since then.
Yeah,
it would have been better if they kind of had a no contest. I think if some way to make them at least look credible as along with Baron Corbin and his crew.
Well, but also too, this wouldn't be the last time Braun Strowman would be built like crap on this show.
Yeah.
So this segment gets it was fine. That's it. But I'm not gonna
it wasn't like it was complete shit. It was just it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything any in particular.
Yeah.
Next, Heavy Machinery is backstage and they're getting interviewed about being insulted.
Yeah.
Otis being made fun of a week ago. And we get a real serious moment from Otis where he drops the whole fucking, gimmicky voice for a second and was serious. And nothing really noteworthy about it.
Well, they also did they also show footage too of the Ascension, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, and the B team making fun of him. Apparently, I guess we were supposed to have thought they didn't know they were being recorded, even though you could totally see this wasn't it wasn't a hidden camera or anything like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, by the way that Victor was laughing like a hyena, you could tell he knew he was on camera.
Yeah. No one laughs like that if they're not on camera, unless Victor's laughing. Unless Victor's pa hyena or something like that. This sets up a gauntlet match. They basically said, we need to fill 3 hours. Let's just put this on there. So
yeah, I was like, oh great, a gauntlet match. I wonder how long this is gonna take. It took fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't care for this at all. like Otis shouldn't be. I almost said his full name, but he doesn't have
his real name. Interesting.
Yeah, Otis shouldn't be like already serious. Like he should be comedy 24/7. So
yeah, I can see why they did it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah,
especially this early into it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, next, Natalya versus Ruby Riott, a fucking retread that no one even cared about.
Yeah.
I forgot who won and who lost.
Natalya won like
1 week ago. Bleacher Report has it. Natalya won by pinfall. Great, awesome. No one cares. And then
like
afterwards,
2 minutes.
Lacey Evans did her fucking walkout thing again.
Yep.
And she brushed by Natalya twice. That sets up a feud apparently because they're gonna feud.
Nice way to set up a feud, I guess. I don't know. Move on.
Bleacher Report even calls it lazy booking for Lacey Evans.
Yep. That's what it is.
I don't remember Stephanie McMahon's promo.
She's backstage and I forget their names, but I didn't even write them down. But the SNL guys come up. Do you know their names?
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Do you know their names?
Talking about
Do you know their names by chance?
Michael Chi and Colin Jost.
And which one's which?
Colin Jost is the white guy, and the black guy's Michael Chi. Michael Chi's actually kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
But
not here. He wasn't funny here though. So
Colin Jost is the. I mean, it was just a stupid backstage promo.
Yeah.
Backstage segment that was not even remotely funny.
Yeah.
Colin Jost at one point puts on a baseball hat of the New York Mets as an insult to, wherever in Philly, I guess.
Yes.
And
which
the hat wasn't even on properly.
The fans just make that weight.
The back strap wasn't even on.
Fans need to stop falling for that cheap sports heat too. Like that's why like WWE keeps doing it, because the fans are like so gullible about it. So
only Elias can do it with perfection.
Yeah,
he's the only person that should be able to do it because it works.
Yeah, not like, I bet the same people that like booed him, that booed Colin or whatever his name is, wanted like an autograph from him when like the show ended. So
for sure.
If they even got that's if So this segment, and they're gonna be at WrestleMania this year. I'm just gonna say this: whatever grade I give WrestleMania, the second I see them, I'm gonna put like WrestleMania down a letter grade. So unless they're in the crowd, but if they do it like a segment with them, then maybe they'll put WrestleMania all the way down to an F.
It could, depending on how bad it is.
Yeah,
which it has potential to be really awful.
Yeah,
especially after we saw on Raw.
Exactly.
It has potential to be a stinker like that was.
He's not even like I don't even think like as well known as guys from like SNL they could have gotten. I've seen like more well known guys.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't watched
an update, guys.
I haven't watched SNL since like 2013. So
yeah, they've been doing like Weekend Update. Like
how about they start?
I've seen it a few times. I've probably only seen like 2 episodes in the past like 10 years.
Why do they stop? How about they just, go away and that way? I hope they don't become. They just like lose all their money now and stuff, and like don't become famous.
No one's really watching it anyway, but that's the point. But anyway, so Triple H comes out and he cuts a really impassioned promo.
Oh yeah.
About Batista, and beforehand we got the Animal saying that he hates Philly, he hates Pittsburgh, he doesn't want to show up to either of those cities.
Yeah.
But he's going to show up to Pittsburgh next week.
Yes.
Literally 2 days from now. If you're watching this when we're recording it, it's 2 days from now.
Yeah.
It's just I couldn't take that seriously. I just kept laughing. I don't know why. I just like he just made me laugh. I don't know why.
It was still awesome though. I like the team.
It was still a great heel promo. I don't know why. I can't take heels seriously anymore. I just laugh at them.
Maybe they'll laugh at it. Well, maybe Batista will start laughing at you.
It's just the way he did it was like the way he like just talking crap about like Philly and Pittsburgh made me laugh.
Yeah.
Triple H is just extremely irate. about what happened with Ric Flair. He goes into Ric Flair's history. Actually reveals his real name's Richard Fleer, which is kind of true, but because his real name is actually I think it's Fred, but he was adopted, and it became Richard. He became Richard Fleer. But anyways,
he doesn't know that though. So
Triple H just basically cuts a promo about Ric Flair had to bury his son. Almost dying in that coma about almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I found that this made me laugh like more than it should have was when Triple H brought up his ex-wives and all the weddings he had to go to.
Yeah, because Triple H said
it was like an extremely dark promo that was really an emotional promo, and then he brought up the how many wives he had, and I was dying laughing.
I liked it because he mentions how Ric Flair was the best man at his wedding, and Triple H said I tried to make it all his weddings, but Ric Flair, you can't make it all of Ric Flair's weddings.
It actually kind of I kind of liked it. I actually kind of made it kind of funny.
Yeah.
And, lightened up the mood a little bit after the really the sad part of the promo that he was cutting.
Yeah.
But it was a great fucking promo. Awesome promo.
Yeah, and then he talks about I even like how he was stuttering a little bit because it made the promo feel more real, and I think he did that on purpose because Triple H has been on the mic for so long. I don't think he just messes up like that. So.
Oh yeah, it definitely the emotions got the most of him.
Yeah, and then
promo.
Triple H even talks about how Batista's been trying to get his attention, because by trying to get another run with WWE. And Batista, when he doesn't get whatever he wants, he typically quits. But this time he couldn't quit because he can't quit a company that he wasn't hot signed to. So that'd be funny though if Batista had gone on Instagram and said, "You know what, I quit." And Triple H was you can't quit. You're not even signed to this company. And then Triple H, goes on to say, how there was a possibility that it wasn't going to happen because he basically mentions there was a possibility the match wasn't going to happen because of his torn pectoral muscle, and then he says pretty much that you're not dealing with Triple H the character, you're dealing with Triple H the man, which I thought was interesting. He didn't say his real name, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, go full Paul Levesque.
Yeah, and Triple H then says that no matter where they want to fight, Triple H will beat the crap out of them pretty much. And we know that next week, which is in 2 days, Triple H and Batista are going to have a face-to-face segment, which I think will be awesome. Like we talked about before, the build-up I think is going to be awesome for this, but the match will be very subpar once the match happens. So
yeah, a great start, great promo. A great start to the actual feud.
Yes.
So Dean Ambrose is backstage, and
you missed something.
What did I miss?
Stephanie McMahon's backstage segment. This time it's when she actually gets interviewed about the Raw Women's Championship situation. She announces that the championship is vacant and that Becky Lynch has been reinstated, and she's going to face Charlotte Flair at Fastlane, which is tomorrow, where the winner becomes the new Raw Women's Champion.
So,
coincidentally, too, Becky Lynch is happy to be there. I guess she was going to invade the show again. She's like, I guess I don't need to do that anymore. So
I guess I don't need to get arrested anymore.
Yeah.
And take selfies backstage.
Yes.
But anyways, Dean Ambrose is backstage. He's in the usual Shield area of the arena.
Yep.
And Roman comes up and he's like, "Hey, I thought we were past this point here, hanging out in these places." And Dean kind of brushes him off and says, I gotta go get ready from it. I gotta go focus on my match.
Yeah.
And just walks away.
Continuing that.
Almost runs away.
Continuing that storyline, I like that.
Yeah, they kind of at the beginning of the show they had the almost reunion, and then Dean brushes him off, and then they had the conclusion later on in the show. But Heavy Machinery in the gauntlet match was next, and they won.
Yes. Really nothing. I don't really have anything to say. It was
just there.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking jobber teams that
yeah
got TV time. I mean, for someone who had barely next to none in terms of TV time, Zach Ryder and Kurt Hawkins have getting a lot of TV time early on in 2019.
Oh yeah, more than these teams so far. I can tell you that. But yeah, Heavy Machine. I mean, I guess if they want to get Heavy Machinery over as a dominant team, this is how you do it, though. But I don't know. I feel like this is just one of WWE's toys. Once I feel like they're gonna get sick of Heavy Machinery eventually. I don't think Heavy Machinery's momentum's gonna last long. So
yeah, I mean it depends on what they want to do with them.
Yeah.
Like their gimmick is like a combination of multiple things.
Yeah. So I think, but I at what I'm seeing right now, it seems like that it's just going to be like the new flavor of the month, and then eventually it just fizzle out.
I kind of hope they're like Santino and the Bushwhackers.
Well, we've seen
Santino had like a lengthy run.
We've seen Bushwhackers thus far, so because they do the Bushwhackers walk occasionally, so which I think is new. I don't think they did that in NXT. So
yeah, I don't think I've never seen them do that in NXT.
Yeah.
So here comes the shittier of the two SNL segments, where Colin Jost and Michael Chi are walking backstage for some reason.
Yeah.
And Michael Chi says that he's got to go to the bathroom.
No, that's one later. That's later on in the night. This one is they're just walking backstage, and Colin's trying to make it seem like he's like in tune with like the current WWE plot, but mentions like wrestlers from the past, which I know like it's supposed to be a joke, but that doesn't make any sense because like most of the wrestlers he mentions are like dead. Like, does he not like read news on his phone? Because typically, if a wrestler dies, that's all over the news, like all over the place.
Yeah.
So, and they run into like EC3, who's like spraying himself in the mirror. So it should. I know I said I'd give it to after WrestleMania, but I think EC3 is pretty dead on the main roster just based off that. So
DOA, dead on arrival.
And then I think they run into Titus O'Neil. This bit I thought was decently funny, where like Titus O'Neil wants a picture with the one that's not Josh, and like acts like he doesn't even know who Josh is. So, and then they run into like No Way Jose's Conda line, and then I think they run into somebody else, but I forget who it was. So
yeah, that's shit. That was shit. That wasn't the shittier. I fucking totally missed that. I don't think I even saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the first one. I saw the third one. I didn't see that second one.
Yes.
Shit. Next, we had the Hall of Fame induction for Tori Wilson.
The announcement of it, anyway.
The announcement of Tori Wilson going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier in the week, not on camera.
Yeah.
And we both agreed that she shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Not at all.
What did she do?
The only two memorable things I can think of that she's done was that storyline, that Al Wilson storyline she did with Dawn Marie, and Vince's double storyline when she was like with Candice Michelle and Victoria. I think that's it. But that's nothing like that's gonna get you into the Hall of Fame because
besides like all the slutty shit she did in like 2002 and 2003.
Yeah.
Which was like immense.
Yes.
Fucking Playboy, 2 Playboy shoots.
Exactly.
Just constantly bikini contests. The Judgment Day one where she was almost fucking naked on a live pay-per-view.
The Playboy pillow fight she had with Candice Michelle at WrestleMania 22.
WrestleMania 20, I think, also. I think she did something there.
Probably.
19.
Right, yeah.
19, she was in that pillow fight with the Miller Cat Girls, which is shit.
Yeah.
It was trash.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything.
No.
She's like the epitome of the tits and ass era.
Yeah.
The era where there was no wrestling ability whatsoever. If you have big tits and a big ass, you were pushed.
She's gonna get like What sucks though is the Hall of Fame's become so political now though. Well, now I have to throw out these answers. If Sonny, Coco Beware, and Drew Carey can go in, she can go in. So, but the thing I will say, for people that say that, with Drew Carey, he went in under the celebrity win, so I don't really think that counts. And what he did was more memorable than what she did. She was actually in a Royal. He was actually in like a Royal Rumble match and stuff like that. So
he was actually he was a part of the streak, I think, too. Also,
yeah,
he was like one of the first people in the streak.
And then Coco Beware was at least part of that cartoon era of WWE. I believe he was in the cartoon too. But I might have that wrong. So so he's done some memorable things. Now obviously I feel like Sonny shouldn't be in, but I feel like we can debate whether or not who both deserves to go in more, but I feel like that with Sonny and Tori Wilson, that's about the same. So
yeah, yeah.
What also pisses me off too is Vader, who couldn't go in when he was on his deathbed, is still like can't go in, not in the Hall of Fame. And King Kong Bundy, which we'll get into him in a second, he just died recently, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. So, just shows you how political the Hall of Fame is, because now it just lowers the prestige of like the WWE Hall of Fame.
It does by a lot.
So not a fan of this. And her Hall of Fame speech probably will be fine, obviously, but I don't think anyone's really gonna care about it.
She did nothing.
Yeah. So probably
didn't even win any championships.
No, and she even tried to defend it too, like I think on Instagram or Twitter, maybe both, and really didn't do a good job of defending it, because she talked about how her and agents backstage, this is what she was told to do, but yeah, she really didn't do a good job defending why she shouldn't be.
She could do wrestling moves in a bikini.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like there's a lot of other.
How talented are you?
Victoria, who's retiring this year, deserves to go in more than she does.
Molly Holly.
Yeah.
One of the more underrated fucking female wrestlers the company has ever had.
Yeah.
She would fit so fucking well in today's era. If you take that Molly Holly, and move her to this era, she'd be like a fucking 5-time world champion.
Wrestlers that haven't even signed with WWE yet deserve to go. Like every wrestler that's not signed with WWE deserve to go in more than her.
Yeah. But anyway, Charlotte Flair was interviewed. I don't even remember this either.
Basically just says, she's going to get awarded the Raw Women's Championship.
Dean Ambrose backstage again. Don't even remember this either.
This is when Seth comes up to him when he's in that equipment, like that. He's just in like a land of equipment boxes. And Seth Rollins says that they may have their issues, but we have to do this one more time for Roman Reigns. But Dean Ambrose blows him off too. So,
yay!
I like that segment though.
I did too. Both those segments, all the Shield segments were done excellently. Were done so well.
Yes.
Elias versus Dean Ambrose's match. This match was set up early in the night when, as we previously said, it was when he got attacked from behind on the stage.
Yes.
This match really wasn't any noteworthy.
It was fine.
It was fine. Elias won, but after the match, Rollins and Ambrose come out. No, Rollins and Reigns.
Yeah.
In the ring.
Ambrose came out again. He went back.
Came out again apparently.
Yeah.
Roman and Seth come out and they try to they corner him. They wouldn't let him leave because they want to do this.
Yeah.
Dean pushes them aside and leaves
through the crowd.
Through the crowd, He gets about halfway up, and then.
Was that symbolic? Because that's where he left through the crowd when he turned heel the night Roman Reigns got his leukemia. So
it's symbolic too in other ways too, because the Shield used to come to the crowd.
Yeah.
And then Baron Corbin and his crew come out, and McIntyre just starts berating them about how he ended the Shield, and he's going to do it again or something like that. But he basically said, we're going to give you a chance at Fastlane to face us in an epic 6-man tag match, but that's not going to happen now. And they jump up on the ring apron, and they go and they start beating down Seth and Roman, and I love this bit of camera work where they show Dean on the stairs, really conflicted about what's going on.
Exactly.
Does he keep walking up the stairs and put the Shield Union to bed, or does he come back down the stairs and help his brothers?
Yeah.
And he does the latter of the two options. He flies down the stairs into the ring and saves Roman and Seth from the beatdown, saving his Shield brothers. And they clear the ring, and Seth and Roman do the Shield fist bump. Dean's debating on whether or not he wants to do it, and eventually he does it. Huge pop. The Shield are back together one more time. What they say, I don't believe it for a second.
Yep.
They say this is the last time that they're doing this, and it's just awesome. Just an awesome segment. It was just great.
And then it gets the commentary makes it weird though, because then they talk about how this might be the last time because Dean Ambrose is leaving WWE, and Renee Young says he may be going to greener pastures, which I think was an AEW reference. And Corey Graves is like, greener pastures? What are you talking about, Renee? That was like mind-boggling. That was just weird.
It was really weird.
I was laughing, but the Shield, storyline was awesome the whole show, and I don't think this is going to be the last one. However, I do think this should be the last one for a while because if you keep doing it, then no one's going to really care when you keep putting them together.
I'm starting to see those posts now on Facebook. Are you sick and tired of the Shield?
This time I'm all right with it because
3 years and 2 times it's been interrupted.
Yeah.
So they really haven't their full stint yet.
Yeah. I feel like because I think they're gonna have the match at Fastlane and then they're gonna go those separate ways because Seth already has a match at WrestleMania. So maybe Roman and Dean would do something together, but I feel like the Shield will split up again after Fastlane because Seth's got something. Seth's gonna be like, you know what, guys, I'm busy. Can't do a Shield.
Busy world champion. Yeah. They'll probably do something at WrestleMania. They'll probably have Roman. They'll probably have Seth and Roman and Dean come out and celebrate with him after his match or something like that.
Yeah.
If they really do think that Ambrose is leaving.
Yeah.
Either way, I think they come out and celebrate with him.
No, what if Ambrose leaves and just went? They should do a thing Ambrose says, is in the ring the next night and says, I'm leaving WWE, leaves to the crowd, and then still has the mic and says, I'm just kidding. I got my contract right here.
Part of me thinks and a lot of speculation backstage is that he's not going to leave.
What if
it's that he can be he's not going to leave the company.
Well, obviously he's going to leave. He's got to go home and stuff, Chris. He can't just stay at the arena.
He's going to stay at the arena even if they're not there.
But he's got to leave. He can't just stay in one place at once. Come on, man.
He's got to do what he's going to do.
He is gonna leave. He is gonna leave. He's gonna leave to go home and take a shower. Eat food. Do whatever he wants
to do that.
Gotta stay. He can only stay at one spot.
Yep.
Can't never. How is he gonna? But then how can they utilize him for other matches and stuff if he never leaves.
Stuck in that arena.
They're just gonna have to do all the shows in the arena, and everybody else can go home. And they're like, "Yep, Dean, see ya. You have to stay here."
You're staying in that arena.
Vince just and like Vince puts like a collar on him, and like every time he leaves, like it beeps, and the police force come over, like, nope, you gotta stay here.
You gotta stay. You're not leaving.
And then he has to live off a concession stand's food, and
concessions Kane might be there.
maybe. He was a good concessions man, so except he was doing just fine until Ryback got involved. So
just fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think he's gonna leave WWE.
No.
I mean, he could take some time off again, but I just don't see him like. I think he's just too much of like a company guy to leave.
Yeah, I think too. And now that Roman's back, I think that changes everything too.
I think it does too, in a big way. I think he just missed Roman.
Yeah. Well, what if Roman forces him to leave now, though? Like he says, "No, I don't want you here anymore.
This is my show."
Yeah. And notice too, Seth says, "If you need anything, I'm here for you." That's not good either. Like Roman, like one day Roman might not want to pay for like his meal, like if he goes to like 99 one day, and he calls Seth, and I don't really feel like paying for this. I need you to pay for it. And you said if I need anything, I need you to do this now. Like,
yes, that's what he's gonna do.
Don't ever say that to somebody because they'll take advantage of that. So,
but you know what I found extremely interesting about this entire segment?
What?
Seth did that entire beatdown with an Apple Watch on, and it didn't even get one scratch on it. That takes a lot of talent.
Yes. We're proud of you, Seth.
But anyways, stupid match was next between Tamina with Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks with Bayley. I think Tamina won, right?
Yeah, because it's 50-50 booking.
50-50 booking. Yep, I remember that now. Yep, Tamina won. Don't care. Move on. Who cares?
Yeah.
SNL. Basically, this is the one I was referring to earlier, where Colin Jost is afraid to be by himself, and because Michael Chi has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he just basically bumps into Braun Strowman. And Braun, he says, "Wrestling's fake," and then Braun grabs him by the throat and pulls him and like pushes him up against the wall, picks him up and puts him against the wall. Then they cut to commercial break. No, they pan down like he was gonna piss himself. I thought for sure he's gonna piss himself.
Yeah.
And they went to commercial break, and when they came back from commercial break, there's a bunch of people around telling Braun to put him down.
Which that made no sense because that guy should be dead if he's.
Oh yeah, so they put him down. So Braun puts him down, and his initial reaction was not even a hair out of place, not even out of breath, nothing. Goes, "What'd you do that for?"
Yeah.
Not even selling anything, just completely nullifies what just happened.
Yeah. Barry's blonde even more.
Like. I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Like he got put down and doesn't even sell a single thing. What'd you do that for? Like fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Colin Jost. Fuck you. Like you're fucking you suck. You're basically an actor and you can't act. You suck.
Michael would have sold that probably.
Yeah, because he looks like someone who would sell.
Yeah.
But shit, fucking shit. Fuck it. I suck at shit.
We got to see these guys again at WrestleMania up here.
I fucking can't wait. So excited. I can't wait. The best part of WrestleMania is going to be them.
Yeah.
Can't wait. They're going to do another shitty segment.
Maybe they'll win the tag team title. They're gonna win the World and WWE. No, the Universal and WWE championships at WrestleMania this year too.
No, fuck no. Fucking hang myself.
What about Cruiserweight championships?
No. Buddy Murphy deserves that title.
How about they get squashed in 8 seconds by Braun Strowman?
Oh, even better. You know what? That's probably gonna happen. Now that I think of it, that's probably gonna happen. But anyway, the Revival versus Ricochet and Aleister Black.
For the
Raw tag titles, this match seemed very rushed.
Yeah.
But in the time period that it got, it was fairly good.
Yes.
Chad Gable and Bobby Roode come out and cost them the match by attacking the Revival and yelling, "Where's our rematch?"
Yeah.
And they basically get into a fisticuffs with Ricochet and Aleister Black, and this sets up a triple threat tag team title match for the Raw tag team titles at Fastlane this Sunday.
So you gotta say Raw too, because Aleister Black and Ricochet are only on both brands, so you can't do that whole WWE tag team titles thing. So.
Well, it's also for the Raw. They're not competing for the SmackDown tag titles.
They could be. People get confused because they'll be like, wait, but Aleister Black and Ricochet do on both brands. Which championships is it for? So, gotta think about the people sometimes, Chris. So.
I don't think about the people.
No, that's why you're.
I just think of the children.
Oh, the children. All right, but yeah, I like this because this protects the NXT guys from losing. But yeah, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable are wondering where the rematch is. So do they not realize there's no more rematch clauses?
I know, yeah. Like, what are they like? What?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, did they forget?
I guess apparently. Well, I guess apparently too. Like if you cost somebody their tag team title match, you just get a rematch out of nowhere.
without even competing on Raw for the past month, you expect to get a fucking tag title match? I don't think so.
And then, well, it's not even their. How can it be their fault though? If that they haven't competed on Raw, they haven't been booked in any matches on Raw. Like,
well, they haven't competed on Raw in like a month.
Maybe they've been wrestling.
Get a tag title shot anyway.
I wonder sometimes too if the WWE looks over, it's like, okay, let's see if they've been competing on main event. Imagine like one match, they see a main event, they're like, nope, you're not getting a tag title match. We don't book guys that have wrestled on main event.
Nope.
Because that would be your model. You would be checking the main event, stat. No, I don't mean like the main event, like the last match on the show. We mean the show main event. Like you'd be
crappy show that no one watches.
Because I bet though you would check main event. Like for example, if EC3 wanted a world title shot, you looked up, because he's been wrestling a main event the past 2 weeks. You're like, nope, you don't get one.
Nope.
Even if he's winning and losing. So.
But anyways, we have the Women's History Month video package. It was good.
Whatever.
Whatever. It's again, WWE's production does an excellent job with that.
If you to show you really care about this, pull out of the Saudi Arabia deal, then we'll talk.
Exactly.
Then we'll talk.
Now, the main event of the evening, the Raw Women's Championship, Hold Harmless Agreement, contract signing by Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
This segment was really good. Basically,
well, I wouldn't say that.
It was basically good.
It wasn't really good, though. There was some.
It was really good. It was great. It was excellent. It was superfluous. It was everything.
It has some. It has some flaws, though.
It has no flaws. No flaws in this.
Okay.
It's just perfect. It's just that everything on the show is perfect. Everything they do is 10 out of 10.
Even that SNL stuff.
It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Are you kidding me? It's so funny.
Even Sasha Banks and Tamina Snuka.
Oh my god, that's a fucking 10-star match.
Even Lacey Evans, showing up and leaving.
Oh my god, that's the best segment of the show.
Even Heavy Machinery winning a gauntlet match that meant nothing.
That's like a fucking 40-star match.
What about Triple H's promo? How's that?
That doesn't even register. It's 0 stars.
I knew that was coming.
So basically, Becky has to sign this agreement where WWE's not liable if she suffers any injuries or whatever, which is stupid because the company is always responsible if you get injured.
Not if you sign that contract. Not if you sign that contract. Can you imagine WWE made everybody sign that contract in real life?
So every time someone gets hurt, the WWE is not responsible.
Yep.
We are not held responsible, even though they get hurt in our work environment.
Even if it's their fault.
Even if it's their fault.
We're like, nope, you signed this contract, not our fault.
So I forget the wording that they said, but just basic stuff. Like it was pretty good. But see if I can find it. So it basically sets up as Becky versus Charlotte on Sunday for the Raw Women's Championship match for the title. For the title that Ronda Rousey threw down.
Yep.
Basically meaning that she forfeited the title and that she's no longer the champion. But before we get any farther into the segment, all of a sudden you see Ronda Rousey, who apparently wasn't even at the arena, power walking through, looking like she's going to fall over with the way she's throwing her shoulders around.
Even though if you go on her YouTube channel, she was at the arena, so nice try, Wanda.
And she's very angry.
Yes.
She's one of her only faces she makes.
Yes.
A very, very angry woman. And she's throwing her shoulders around. She power walks down to the ring. She gets on the mic and basically says, Steph, what's this all about?
Yeah.
I wasn't giving up the title. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You idiot. You put the title down, that means you gave it up.
Yeah.
When fucking Roman Reigns did that.
Yeah.
Finn Balor did that. They put the titles down. Guess what? Yeah. They weren't the champions anymore.
I do gotta do a quick rant too. That promo she said when she said, if you can't defend your title within sickness or health, that kind of pisses me off now because like Roman, that was like right after Roman Reigns literally had to give up his belt too because of that.
Yeah.
So
she's above that.
Yeah.
But
so she owes Roman Reigns like a huge fucking apology. Huge, like on your fucking knees, like fucking crying, kissing his
shoes. And fucking for some reason, Stephanie just grants her it.
Yeah.
Here's your title back.
No, that's how it works.
Here's your fucking title back.
Because that's how it works in the real world.
She basically cuts a promo. She turned heel, by the way.
Yeah.
And she basically said, "Screw the fans. You booed me in my own hometown. Oh,
yeah.
Woo hoo, oh, whack, why woo, baby. Screw the woo.
Screw the man. So apparently she wants to have.
I don't remember. And then she called herself a bitch. And then, which is weird. She called herself a bitch, and then she kicked her in the stomach.
Yeah.
And then started to beat the ever living shit out of Becky Lynch. And Charlotte just, doesn't even register that she got hit in the stomach by Ronda Rousey and just basically takes off. And
I wonder if she wasn't supposed to get hit in the stomach.
Well, the way she fucking kicked her, she hit her pretty fucking hard.
No, I'm saying it wasn't if Ronda was only supposed to attack Becky Lynch. She wasn't supposed to attack Charlotte, but she kind of went into business for herself.
She could have, but I don't think she did.
And then, but I did like, how Charlotte Flair, didn't go on the win, though, because, it benefits her for her match Sunday, so. Because, But
at the same time, though, had she just attacked Becky Lynch, I could see that. But Charlotte also got attacked.
Yeah.
By Ronda Rousey. But,
and then,
it just goes on for far too long. She throws punches at the punches. She puts in the arm bar.
Yeah.
She puts her in an arm bar, and then another arm bar, and another arm bar, and just beats the shit out of her.
Yes.
By the way, Becky's winning on Sunday, if you can't tell.
Yeah, well, SmackDown will prove it even more, so.
It basically said that I forgot to mention it. The first part of it was that Becky has one more chance at the title.
We don't know what that means. We don't know what that means, though. Cause...
The way that they set it up was if she wins, she's added to the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania, and it's a triple threat. And if she loses, she's done. So basically what Stephanie McMahon says is that she's basically fired.
But on SmackDown this week, they said that she gets no more opportunities. So
yeah. She just keeps on wailing on her.
She even did it,
dipping her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. And they cut back to Stephanie, and Stephanie cuts like a fucking 3-minute long promo.
Yeah.
And it was a fairly good promo too.
No, I actually missed this because I thought the show was over, so I exited the, video.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so too, but Stephanie cut a very long promo, and it was actually pretty good.
I'm not watching it though. Not watching it.
She basically condemned Ronda Rousey for what she did, but also praised her too at the same time, which is weird. Because she basically said like this is the type of Ronda Rousey that she wanted to see from the start, the animalistic Ronda Rousey, and then the next second she condemns her for being the animalistic Ronda Rousey. Made no sense.
I did like Ronda. But I did like final segment. I thought Ronda Rousey's heel turn was, good. It just feels like, very rushed, but, they kind of have to rush it because they don't know if Ronda's going to be around after WrestleMania, so.
That main event's hinging on that.
Yeah. And then, obviously, too, I think it kind of, now that Ronda's a heel, Charlotte Flair's purpose of this match is meaningless now because, Ronda was like the mutual person in between it.
Yeah.
And, we'll say this now, Ronda Rousey.
That's Charlotte's role now as a tweener.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey is exposing the business pretty much because on her YouTube channel, I mean, obviously we talked about it last week. See, I wasn't mad about it last week because I thought it was going to be a one-time thing. But no, Ronda Rousey had to go and expose the business again pretty much. So
she got attacked by for it too.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm not really a fan of that. So that's all I'm going to say about it, though, because, don't want to rant, so not feeling it. So just don't do that. That's all I got to say. Just stop. But she won't stop because no one can stop her except Becky Lynch. So, and maybe Charlotte Flair, too. And obviously, too, she could possibly hinder the women's main event in WrestleMania. I don't even think the match is main event now because then that's just rewarding her action. So, but I also think why should Becky and Charlotte Flair have to be have to suffer for her actions? So,
yeah.
But yeah, that was Raw this week. Boy, was it a weird show.
Weird.
I did they wrote the show in a half hour. But I can't say I wasn't entertained by this show, so I'm gonna be generous and give it a B-. This is why I wish Noah was on because he gave the show a D. So we could have a good conversation, but he's eating dinner right now. So he's what do you give Raw as a grade?
I give it a B.
Yeah, but does it go up a letter grade because the Shield reunited on this show?
It's a B with the Shield reuniting.
Yes. All right, so let's get to SmackDown now. This is where I take over here. You're done right here, so you're just gonna be sitting there and give your thoughts every couple minutes. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I want control. I want the power.
You're the champ. That's all you get. But yeah, SmackDown took place on. Let me check. I think it's March 7th, but let me double check. Nope, March 5th. Almost had it. 2019. And we had Corey Graves, Tom Phillips on commentary on this show because Tom Phillips screwed over Rich Brennan, so he gets to be the play-by-play guy. So I remember that, too, after I watched MLW, too. Oh, yeah, Tom Phillips is a piece of shit, so. And then it starts off with the new Daniel Bryan breaking his silence. And I actually liked, he's actually already in the ring. And but typically they like to do replays, and instead of him talking about it, he just points at the screen and just the replay happens. That's just something we never really see. So he's just yeah, I just kind of took it yeah, guys, look at this. I don't want to talk yet. So made you really wonder what he was gonna say, and he talks about how Kofi Kingston didn't deserve a WWE Championship match against him because he is a lower level player. So he basically says that, Kofi Kingston's a B plus player, which is very cool that like the new Daniel Bryan is saying that because that was the whole storyline going into WrestleMania 30. So it's kind of cool that like but you know what? That was the old Daniel Bryan, Chris. The new Daniel Bryan, he's an A plus player, so
Oh yeah.
And he's not naked yet, Chris. So don't.
Is that the new Daniel Bryan?
What do you want to see, Daniel Bryan naked or something? Like
he's the nude Daniel Bryan.
Hey, it could happen someday. He could just randomly, say that clothes are hurting.
He's all about that Earth.
Yeah, so he could just say clothes are hurting the environment. I'm not going to wrestle with
a mud style trunks.
Yeah. So he could just say, you know what? I'm gonna go naked the rest of my life. So, I bet Brie Bella would love that if he just, Brody could never watch him wrestle again. Brody could never watch him wrestle again because he'd be naked. So, can you imagine, like, Brie Bella's like doesn't even know what's gonna happen. Brody's watching that segment. And it just shows like Daniel Bryan like taking his clothes off in the middle of the ring, like. And then he says, I'm no longer the new Daniel Bryan. I'm the nude Daniel Bryan. And then
Rocket this week on SmackDown Live.
And then Rowan, his intellectual friend, says he's gonna join me in this movement. And then Rowan becomes the nude Rowan.
Oh God! Ratings drop.
No, imagine like that was the highest rated segment on SmackDown. And that's like the first.
Disgusting.
No, that's like the first episode that's on Fox, like, because Fox wants
to. Want edgier content.
No, yeah, I was about to say, you want edgier content, Fox? We gave you edgier content.
Here it is, just a man without their clothes on is what you want.
Imagine like all the wrestlers like start following the movement too. Like AJ Styles comes out, he's like, you know what, Daniel, your like clothes are holding us back. He's nude. Corey Graves is nude. Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton.
WrestleMania main event. Everyone versus their clothes.
and everybody win. No, and if
clothes win.
And imagine too, Vince McMahon comes out and he's like, "What the hell has happened to this company? Everybody's nude now, and if everybody's nude, maybe I'm just out of touch. If this is what the cool kids are doing today, maybe I gotta join in with the cool kids."
Oh God. Oh, old wrinkly ball.
Okay,
we gotta get back on topic. Jesus
all right.
Christ.
I feel like it's gonna be tough now, but I'm definitely gonna be watching this back. So, then the new Daniel Bryan talks about Kevin Owens, and he said that he's like all of us. Which I don't think that's true now because we just literally talked about wrestlers being nude. So I don't think Kevin Owens is like us. So,
nope.
And he said that he basically calls him fat and says that he eats all the bad foods out there, and this brings out Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens says that he was watching the product every week, Raw and SmackDown. Apparently, he wasn't watching NXT UK, or 205 Live. Wasn't watching any of that.
Nope.
I guarantee you he wasn't watching Main Event, too. So probably he's like, nope, not watching Main Event. I bet like his kid like wanted to watch Main Event, and he's like, nope, not watching that. I bet maybe he had like Hulu, and then he saw that like Main Event was on Hulu. He's like, yeah, I'm going to cancel my Hulu account. See ya. Maybe a lot of people like that canceled their Hulu accounts because Main Event's on there. So, but then Kevin Owens says that he was impressed with everybody except for the new Daniel Bryan. He says that he's not a believer of his new lifestyle, and then Daniel Bryan calls him fat, and he says that and then basically it leads to a brawl because I think the new Daniel Bryan starts talking shit to him. And Kevin Owens and him get into a brawl. No, Rowan gets in front of him, and he's like, you got a problem, big guy? And Rowan's like, yeah, I got a problem. So he attacks Rowan, throws him out of the ring, and then him and the new Daniel Bryan get into a brawl. Rowan gets in the win and hits the claw slam. I almost said for the win, but it wasn't a match. But and then afterwards, that was pretty much the segment. It leads to a match between Kevin Owens and Rowan later on in the show. But I thought this was an awesome segment. Kevin Owens was awesome, and the new Daniel Bryan was awesome. What did you think?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great segment. This just basically foregone conclusion. Kevin Owens babyface now,
which I like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I like that. And then we had the Miz with Shane McMahon ringside versus just one Uso. I wrote Jey Usos, but it's only one. So
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso with Jimmy Uso. The Usos cut a promo talking about how they're gonna basically retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles this Sunday, and the Miz says that that Jey Uso better focus on his match tonight because he'll catch him when he's out of focus. And, basically that's what happens in the match. The Miz beats him with Skull Crushing Finale, which probably proves to me that, Miz and Shane are probably losing Sunday. So what do you think? I thought this match was good. So
it was decent. Decent match to start the show.
And then Charlotte Flair gets interviewed, and she invites Becky Lynch to SmackDown, which that doesn't make any sense because Becky Lynch is already on SmackDown. So
they're both already on SmackDown.
Yeah, so I guess she has to be invited nowadays. She can't just show up. What do you think?
Since he's already a competitor on SmackDown, she should already be there.
Yes. All right, and then we had the R-Truth United States Championship Open Challenge. He's doing this for his hero, John Cena. And he didn't realize that John Cena did this every week. So he thinks that he's crazy, but he makes the challenge anyways. At first, Lacey Evans comes out, and, she does her stick. This I actually thought was funny, because then R-Truth says, hey, good looking, get back here, or something like that. And, he thinks that because Lacey Evans just left, he gets out of this. And, Carmella says that doesn't count. So then Samoa Joe comes out, then Rey Mysterio comes out, then Andrade comes out, and it becomes a fatal four-way match. They proceed to have like an awesome fatal four-way match. Samoa Joe just dominated everybody in the beginning and just destroyed them. And then eventually the match just spills into chaos. Rey Mysterio hits like his slide and splash on the outside. Andrade hits the Hammerlock DDT, doesn't get the win. But eventually, and R-Truth tries to roll up Rey Mysterio again, but he kicks out. But basically, you just go watch the match because it's just an awesome match. And Samoa Joe, so Rey Mysterio hits the 619 and the springboard splash on Andrade, but Samoa Joe hits the senton, which takes out Rey Mysterio, and then he hits the Uranage on Andrade and becomes the brand new United States champion by pinning Andrade, which I absolutely love that. I love that Samoa Joe won. I'm hoping that this will finally, bring some prestige back to that United States championship. But, this could be a curse because I have a theory that the U.S. title is cursed. Like, you could get all this TV time, and then once you get that U.S. championship belt, they're like, nope, you can't come on TV now. But we'll see. But it was awesome. I thought the match was awesome, and the right person absolutely went over. So, what did you think?
I thought it was good. Really, really good fatal four-way match. Nice to see Joe pick up his first singles title
on the main roster because he's won the title twice. So, and then the New Day cut a promo when they say that they're going to be at Fastlane this Sunday. So I imagine something's going to happen with Kofi this Sunday. Obviously, too, they have a match Sunday now too. So they didn't even need to announce they were going to be there. They could have just, I guess they had to announce it so that way everyone would know Kofi's going to be there because, but yeah, that was fine.
Protest it.
Then Samoa Joe cuts an interview and he basically talks trash about John Cena, which makes everybody think now that, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus John Cena for the United States Championship, which I'll be all down for that because Cena's probably not going to be around much, this year during WrestleMania season because of his movie schedule. And Samoa Joe, since he's so good on the mic, can carry the promos and stuff going into that feud. I think Cena can do, one show before WrestleMania, and that's obviously the go-home show. And now the go home show doesn't mean go home, like, you know, get out of here. Like, it means, you know, it's the last show.
It does.
Well, you know, except for Dean Ambrose, he can't go home. So, but it means, you know, it's the last show before pay-per-view. But what were your thoughts on the New Day's promo and Samoa Joe's interview?
I thought Samoa Joe's interview was interesting because I wouldn't mind seeing him against Cena, and the New Day might protest. So I don't know.
It's a shame though that you know, John, because the Samoa Joe John Cena feud would work so much better if Cena could be there all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like he can't, because if Batista can make his schedule work, then John Cena can make his work. So, then we had the next match. It was Aleister Black and Ricochet versus The Bar. You know, good match here. Aleister Black hits the Black Mass on Sheamus, and Ricochet hits the 630 for the win on Cesaro. Then afterwards, they celebrate. Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura attack Aleister Black and Ricochet from behind, because that ties in, because they beat them, like, you know, a couple weeks ago. And actually, I think it was last week, actually. So, and then the Hardy Boys come out and they make the save, and, you know, the faces fight off the heels. This is probably going to build to an 8-man tag team match next week, which is this Tuesday. But I like this. I like, you know, the fact that the NXT guys won. I thought they had a good match, and, you know, I like what this was setting up afterwards. What were your thoughts?
I liked it. It was a good match. I liked the save at the end. Like you said, it's probably going to set up an 8-man tag match next week.
Yes. And then crappiest thing on the night, we had Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville versus Naomi, where Mandy Rose wins. Mandy Rose wins in, like, you know, 30 seconds. With Angels wins, and then afterwards Asuka attacks her and lays her out. Even though Asuka stood tall heel, I think she's still winning. You know, wow, that was a fuck up, but whatever. But then, yeah, whatever. This absolutely sucked, and bad utilization of the SmackDown Women's Championship picture.
I have no words for it. Terrible.
Okay. It helped you out, though, for the predictions, so that's good. And then AJ Styles gets interviewed, and he talks about how, you know, the Kofi Kingston situation, about him not being able to get a WWE title match, and AJ Styles thinks that that's not fair. And then Randy Orton comes up and has the savage line of the show. Says, you know, if you're out here worrying about, you know, why someone else doesn't have a WWE title match, then no wonder why it took you 15 years to get here. And then he walks off, and it's just like, that was just awesome. Like, Randy Orton owned AJ Styles, because, you know, Randy Orton has a point. If you're worried about, like, why somebody else doesn't have a WWE Championship match, then, you know, what are you doing in the company? Like, but I loved it. I love how they were slowly building the Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Your thoughts on this?
Funny.
Yeah. Like, what would you do if Randy Orton came up and said that to you? Like, you know, you were talking about how it's not fair why somebody else didn't get a job, and he came up and said, "Yeah, no wonder why you didn't get that job."
I'd be confused.
Well, you'd probably be wondering why he's at your house. So
yeah, how'd you get here?
what if he RKO'd you?
I'm touching his hand.
I have a feeling AJ Styles. That should be a storyline one time where he tries to shake AJ Styles' hand, and AJ Styles is just like, "I don't trust shaking your hand." That could be that could be funny on all sorts of levels. So, all right, then we had Kevin Owens versus Rowan with the new Daniel Bryan on commentary, not the new Daniel Bryan. And, you know, he's talking crap about Kevin Owens, saying he's a coward and stuff, and to the point where Kevin Owens just snaps and beats him up, and since it's 2-on-1, you know, it's too much. The numbers game is too much for him. So who comes out and makes the save? None other than Mustafa Ali, and they fight off the heels. You know, this was good. Really wish this would have been Sami Zayn instead, but Mustafa.
I thought it was too. I was like, "Oh, come Sami," and I was like, "Oh, it's Mustafa." Okay.
Yeah, but
not as good, but like still kind of good.
Yeah. And then Charlotte Flair invites Becky Lynch to SmackDown, and they talk. You know, Charlotte Flair, you know, says she's hurt, can't beat me Sunday. Becky Lynch is like, you know, I've beaten you with one good leg before in the Women's Royal Rumble match. And then it leads to Charlotte Flair attacking her, where she just out of nowhere puts her in the disarmor. That was the end of the segment. It was fine, nice and simple, but Becky Lynch should have come out with like a black eye and like her arm in a sling after that like attack on Raw. But
yeah,
that was SmackDown. Really good show. Definitely a really good show just because of that U.S. Championship match. But I thought it was a really nice way to build a fast lane. I give it a B.
Yeah, I give it a B too.
Okay.
Both shows were really good.
Yes. All right, now we get to do our fast lane predictions, and then we can just get out of here. Get out of here before anybody gets hurt. But you know, there's still time for people to get hurt though, because
hope so.
You know, because we have 9 matches to read. So, we'll do this for every show on a scale from 1 to 10. How excited are you for Fastlane tomorrow?
7.
I'm gonna say if I watch it alone, a 6.5. But if I watch it with you, 7.5. So, but let's talk about, we have two pre-show matches, which will be the tiebreaker. If we tie on the main show, because like we said, pre-show doesn't count unless we tie, because it's the pre-show. WWE doesn't count it, so we don't count it either. But we started that anyway. So, let's talk about the 2 pre-show matches first. And I'll come. And then another tiebreaker is we have to guess what match will be the opening match on the actual main card. And if we guess it right, that will count as a point if we tie everywhere. So let's start with the first pre-show match. It's Big E and Xavier Woods versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. That random piece of match.
New Day.
Okay, I agree with that because they don't care about Nakamura and they don't care about Rusev. So why would they win this match?
What's gonna win? Exactly.
And then obviously too, Kofi's getting a big push. So Big E and Xavier Woods should get a big push too. And a match that shouldn't even be on the pre-show. Please move this match to the main card. Change your minds, please. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade.
Right.
Agree with that. So yeah, the pre-show doesn't matter to us. So, there you go. So we'll start with that. What match do you think is going to open up the main show? Do I need to read all the matches first?
I have it up. I'm going to say the SmackDown Tag Titles.
All right, I'm going to go different. Now I'm going to say the Raw Tag Team Championship match. So I think that will be the opening match on the show. But yeah, we'll start with the SmackDown one since you picked that one. Usos versus The Miz and Shane McMahon.
Usos, because I think Shane turns on Miz.
Same. Then we'll do the Raw ones. The Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode.
Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Okay, I pick Revival. I think because one, they're not even signed to a brand yet, so. And I think it's too early to put the Raw Tag Team titles on them. Because how crappy would, and, obviously, too, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode can eat the fall. So, not literally, eat it, but, take the fall. So, then we have Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. With Becky Lynch wins, she's added to the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania. But if she loses, she's done. We don't know what that means, but she's done. Maybe she's done, she's just done. She's just, done living. I don't know.
If you pick anyone other than Becky Lynch, you're an idiot.
Well, I guess my cousin's an idiot because he picked Charlotte Flair because he wants to see because I told him, that the WWE...
Well, he doesn't watch wrestling, so I can't see why.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about wrestling.
I'll pick Becky Lynch as well. But also, too, because I said WWE didn't tell you what, they're done means. So that's what he's thinking. They're going to explain that. There's no explanation for that, though, because...
No, there's no explanation.
All right. I don't even need to ask you, but the Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley.
The Hounds. The Hounds of Justice.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even a question. Asuka versus Mandy Rose for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Asuka.
Yeah. I kind of fucked
up. They made
it
painfully obvious on that one, too.
Yeah. Boston Hug Connection versus Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka, which is the Samoan Slaughterhouse. I keep forgetting to call them that. For the woman
They do, too.
Huh?
They do, too.
Yeah.
But Boston Hug Connection.
Yeah. The new Daniel Bryan, the new one. We don't know, though. There's still a whole, 24 hours. It could become the nude one by then, so. Versus Kevin Owens for the WWE champion. The eco-friendly WWE championship.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, the new Daniel Bryan. I have a feeling like, if it was WrestleMania, Kevin Owens would be winning, but I think that's going to Kofi. So, yeah, we got to rely on, so for me, I got to rely on Revival winning, and I also got to rely on, and if that doesn't happen, if we tie, actually, I don't think we can, the only way we can, like, tie on this show is if Gable and Rude win the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yes, one of us will win, like, outright.
Yeah, but if Gable and Rude win, I got to rely on that Raw Tag Team Championship match being first.
Yeah.
But you know what's gonna happen just because of
So to be clear, we picked both the tag titles to go first.
Yeah, what's gonna happen just to screw with us too. Like in the women's tag team title match.
That'd be hilarious. That would be something they would do.
Yeah. Because that's the only. So it's basically that Raw Tag Team title match. I either have to get the Revival winning, or I have to hope it's first. For me to win. So.
They could just put Mandy Rose and Asuka first.
I know they're gonna do something.
They probably will.
Well, nope. You already that prediction's already locked in. So.
And I'm just saying they probably will just to fuck the both of us.
Yeah, because they like to do that. Like at Survivor Series when the Boston Hug Connection joined Team Raw. When we already predicted the show and we couldn't do anything about it. So,
yeah.
All right, we did the show in like a little over an hour, so it's kind of nice for a change.
Yeah.
Don't get used to this, buddy. 2-hour shows every week, except
sometimes 3. Sometimes almost 3.5.
Yeah, you think this is long? No, you think I'm not looking for. Well, I mean, the WrestleMania edition, that's probably going to be like, 4 hours, so.
Oh, WrestleMania week's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting up. Oh, man.
We're going to have to, like, do the show, like, Thursday or something,
We're going to have to break it up.
We're not breaking nothing up.
We're going to have one show that's strictly WrestleMania.
Nope.
And then...
We'll talk about it.
And then another show that's...
This show is over.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. What if NXT UK got canceled in 9 months?
Cry.
In my face?
Crying
How do you cry in somebody's face? Like you're gonna go inside.
You go to their face and you cry.
You're gonna go inside my face and cry?
You're gonna go inside your face. I'm gonna make you cry.
No, you said you would cry inside my face.
I'm gonna go inside your face and I'm gonna cry in your face.
and then make me cry afterwards.
By me crying, it's making you cry.
I don't even know with you anymore. Just do your plugs. Get that out of the way. Don't do that.
Wrestling Rundown, whatever the fuck we're doing it next. I'm just going to get the Skype call. I'm going to hit accept, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to see you. I'm going to see Noah, and I'm possibly going to see James. I'm not going to see Steve or John. Definitely not Steve, because Steve's never going to show up because he's a pussy.
Well, we might be doing it you and I might be together in person, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do?
That's right.
What would you do if you just lost Skype? Like Skype just randomly shit the bed on you. You couldn't get back into it ever again.
We have to do Google Hangout. No.
Don't want to do that.
Oh no.
You want to try that again someday?
Yeah, to see if it works. Probably not.
Probably not for you.
I'm happy with Skype though. I like Skype.
All right, just for me, Owen the Talkinator and CM Brothers. I got videos planned, but just hit the subscribe button, go on them. I shouldn't even need to tell you the plan. Just subscribe to the channels because they're just all awesome. Like, you want to,
a lot of content come up in the next couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, where else are you going to see two guys talk about wrestlers just like randomly wanting to be nude one day? You're not going to see that anywhere else.
No, but just that random.
Yeah. So, lazy show. We're lazy today. Chris is probably literally like laying down on his couch with like an iced tea in his hand, drinking it. So, not right now.
Not even close.
What are you doing right now, though?
I'm sitting in my bed with an empty water bottle in my hand, with my phone on my thigh, and my iPad between my legs, and I'm staring at it.
What about the dog? What the hell's dog doing all this?
I don't even know where she is. Probably in the living room.
You gotta get the dog on here, obviously, so people will come back and want to see the dog. So
yeah, you'll see her possibly tomorrow.
She probably thinks I'm coming to see her tomorrow. So
yeah, because you're her best friend.
Yeah.
Everyone's here to see her.
Yeah. Not here to watch Not here to watch a pay-per-view. I'm here to, see her for 3 hours.
You're just here to hang out with her.
Yeah.
Not even me.
Yeah.
Forget about me. It's all about her.
All right, but this video's over. We're done. We're out of here. You know what? If you guys want to watch other videos of mine, knock yourselves out. Not literally knock yourself out. But...
knock yourself the fuck out.
But this video's over.
Literally do it.
We're done.